guys, it's me again. As you can tell by what I posted on for here, it's not going to be a makeup, but it can be if you ask me questions about makeup. But this is actually a Q&A about like who I am. If you have any questions about me, if you want to know something about makeup that I know, or I can find out for you, or if anything. But yeah, this is just basically a Q&A for you to get to know me better on a different level. My background does look different, but it's because I moved into a different room inside of my home. So it's different. I personally enjoy it. I actually picked the color scheme for my room and everything. You can see my little fall situation going on here. But yes, so we're gonna do a Q&A. So I have everything written down on a notebook, my little color coordinated stuff, and so we're gonna go off of that. So if I'm looking down, just know it's because of that. I'm looking down at my notes to see like who did it, like the questions, and then I'm gonna be answering them. And I'm looking because there's a mirror in behind me. But yeah, I'm very considered. So I'm sorry if I do glare off. It's just that I have a mirror behind me, and then I have something in front of me, and I do have my water because it's really hot. And it's almost midnight and I'm doing this. But anyways, let's go on to the video. So basically the first question, it's funny. I don't think it's funny, but it's just like, I know everyone that did the questions, so just bear with me because I'm gonna laugh and you know who you are. I'm just gonna roll my eyes back. But the first one, and also disclaimer, I don't know if it is a disclaimer, but disclaimer, I am not gonna be saying who these people are. You can maybe probably guess through their fucking username, but I'm not gonna say who they are. I know all of them personally, so yeah, but I'm not gonna say who they are. If you want, fucking find them, say username. I'm not gonna say all of that jazz, but yeah. But so the first one is gonna be from ew, sorry, I had chicken. The first one is from Cassie_Lares_. How many cousins do you have? And she was like, put the thinking face, like, but that's okay. It's hard, but then it's not hard because both of my grandparents, my grandma and Maylita. So Maylita is my mom's side, my grandma is my dad's side. So Maylita had 8 kids. My grandma had 9 kids. And for both sides, well, for my grandma's side, she had, each one of her kids had between 2 to 3 kids. And on my mom's side, they had between 3 to 4 kids each one. So for my grandma's side, she averaged, like, I average about, I want to say, like about 18 to 24 cousins. If I really wanted to count, I could, but it takes too long because I do have a lot. But that's how much I do have, between 18 to 24 cousins on my grandma's side. My Lita's side, I'm gonna have a little bit more. I'm gonna have probably between 20 to 25. But when you put those together, it's almost 50. So I have between 40 to 50 cousins if you combine both my families. I do have a big family. I am very grateful for having both of my families, and luckily I'm close to the majority of my cousins. I do have a lot of my cousins that are close by, that live close by. Some of them don't. They live in Texas, which I do miss and I wish I can see, but sadly I don't. But I do text them and I do have them on social media, so I am still connected with my family even though they are far apart from me. So that actually is a huge, like, yay for me. Okay, so this is the second person. Okay, this person did this on purpose to annoy me, but I love her to death. She knows who she is, so that was for you. Anyways, the first question that she had was, are my eyes hooded? I think they are. If you think your eyes are hooded, they're hooded, because I don't know the specific term. I should have looked it up. I really don't. But I feel like when you have very hooded eyes, you don't even have a lid space. like you have some lid space where you can see it. Like mine, when I open it, I have like that little lid space. That's why with mainly like in the Asian, and I don't want to discriminate at all, they do have a lot of hooded eyes, because when they close them and they open them, ooh, because when they close and they open them, their whole lid is gone, so their lid is basically hooded. But I'm not a professional at it, but I want to say no, you do have some lid space still, so your eyes are not hooded, sweetheart. Second question she fucking had: how do I cut my crease, bitch? She literally called me a bitch. Okay, so for hooded eyes, it's not hard, but it's hard. So basically, what the best way I can do it, because my eyes don't have that much lid space too, you kind of need to drag out your fucking crease. And when I mean drag out, I mean over the line. So when I cut my crease, a lot of you guys know, if you do have me again on social media, you can look at how I cut my crease. I do have pictures of me with my crease cut, and I overdo it like to the top, like halfway on my lid. Why? Because it looks more dramatic. You can see my crease better. You can see the color and the tones better of the. That's my suggestion to you. Some people don't like to have an overly dramatic cut crease, but that's why you play around with makeup. You play around with makeup to feel what's better for you. You play around to make it feel like, oh, like this is for me, oh, this isn't for me, oh, maybe this is for me. Try it out for a couple of like days and see if you can get the feel for it. And if you don't, that's my alarm, I'm sorry. If you don't, then just move on to a different look. Makeup is something that you can play around with and feel for in different ways. If you go back to other people like YouTubers or even myself, my makeup routine was not the same like a month ago or 2 months ago. My looks have been completely different. Why? Because I do not stay in the same routine. I like to be different. I like to look different, whether my highlight is a different color or it's in a different area. Sometimes it's up here, sometimes it's down here. It just depends on you. Each person has their unique artistry on how they want to do their face, and by all means, that's how they want to do it, that's how they want to do it. But there's no limit to how you can do a certain way for makeup. You just have to find your own way, basically. Third question for my sweetheart. It's a little joke we have, she knows it. Why can't you answer my question? She put this as a question because I posted it as an example of her name. So she's the only one I'm actually gonna say Heather. And I said, for example, Heather, like, I said, like, no, I'm not gonna answer your question, because if I don't feel your question is like, I want to say if it's inappropriate or anything, I'm not gonna answer. I'm just gonna like say like, I'm not gonna answer your question on here. Then that was my example, but she had to put that. She's so stupid. I love her though. She's a sweetheart. She's amazing. She makes me smile, and she's someone I talk to on a daily basis. Almost my best friend. Oh, okay. I have to stop being mushy. I don't like it. I need that. Okay. So this is the third person that asked me a question. It's gonna be _Adamari.Lopez. Hi Adamari, I miss you. I had to say that. I don't know why. I just had to. So your question is gonna be, what's your go-to palette when you do an everyday makeup look? So that's actually a really hard question to answer. Not because I don't have an everyday makeup look. It's just that I have so much makeup. And I'm not saying like, oh my god, like I have so much makeup. Like if you guys want a video of me, or yeah, basically of me, every palette that I own, let me know. I will show you, or if you just want the color palettes and then the neutral palettes, and just like kind of see like why I picked them for myself, kind of see why I wanted to pick them for myself, then I can show you one. Sorry if my eyes are watery, I just yawned. But I can do that. But let me go get my palette that I kind of use on a daily basis at the moment, because every, I want to say month or so, I kind of change it just because I want to like use every palette that I have. But I do have a palette that I'm using frequently, actually, like for the past month I've been using. So give me 1 second. Okay, I got it. So actually the palette I've been using a little bit more, it's actually a drugstore product and I love that about it, but it's called Sultry by Burns Brown Star World's makeup. But it's gonna be this palette. I got it from Profusion. I actually really like the palette because it's kind of like more of like a fall based palette, and if you know me, I don't give a shit if it's summer or spring. I'm still a fall bitch. I will wear a fucking long sleeve black sweater in summer. I don't care. I will wear everything black throughout the whole damn year. Ask my boyfriend, ask my friends. I don't care. I really don't. Because I love fall, my favorite holiday. So these are the colors that come in the palette. It's a little dusty because I use it a lot. You can kind of see the creases that I have. It's mostly these ones that I have. I try a little bit with the shimmers and also with these ones right here. The light's not doing it justice. No, kind of is. So mostly like the matte neutral ones I use a lot. I do use the color ones when I want to do something more fun with this palette because it's my go-to palette at the moment. But this palette cost me, I want to say, roughly around like 10 bucks. And you can get them at Target. I don't know if they have this specific one, but I do have like 3 of these brands, of this brand. I do have 3 of these palettes from this brand, and they're actually really pigmented. I'm actually using it right now. I'm actually using this one, and the blue shade right here. Like, it's really pretty. I love it. I like it. Woo. But yeah, that's gonna be it. But yeah, that's gonna be the palette that I use. I love drugstore or like non-expensive palettes that work well. So that's why I always gravitate to Morphe, or if I find a new palette that I enjoy, I'll always like recommend it to people. When people ask, what are you wearing? I'm like, drugstore bitch. Like, I'm not afraid to tell you that I'm wearing a $5 like eyeshadow palette. I'm not. I don't care. Like, I'm assuming. Okay, so the 4th question is from _Shalup. I hope I'm saying it right. If I'm not, I love you. But okay, this is another one that she asked, like a question. I don't know why she asked. What kind of questions? Any questions you want, my darling. Anything for you. Anything. Okay, that was my 4th one. So this is gonna be my 5th one. I love this girl. It's gonna be from Veronica _G93. I kind of fumbled on that. I am sorry. Tired. What inspires you to pursue makeup? Or what inspired me, I guess, to pursue makeup? I want to say, I guess I have to think. I'm like coming in and out in your space, but this is how I'm gonna be for the rest of the video, just so you know. I think what inspired me more is gonna be, and this is gonna sound really bad, so if you are under the age of 18 and still live with your parents, do not take this advice. But this actually worked for me, and it was actually my dad. And not in the way you think. My dad actually does not like makeup. He didn't at first. He goes to church, so he is very religious, but I was a rebellious child. So I kept pursuing it. So anytime he gave me lunch money, I would put it aside. After school, I would run to the nearest Rite Aid, and I would just buy a bunch of makeup. I would buy, not lashes, because I didn't start wearing lashes for like recently. Actually, I didn't start wearing them until I was like, what, a year or 2 ago, probably like a little bit later, but still. So the more my dad took away my makeup or threw it away, the more I wanted it, and I wanted to play around and like see all these other like things I can do with it, how I can hide it without him seeing it, how I can do this without him noticing. Like, it was just different things, play on play. And I think one of the major things was I wanted to learn how to put lashes on, and my cousin Bernadette and my sister Sophia, we were at my uncle's and my grandmother's house, and they showed me a video on Michelle Phan. That was the first influencer that just made me wow on the whole makeup community, and I was taken back from that, and I never looked back. I went forward with makeup. I never thought of it as a career until someone told me that I was actually really good at it, and it can be something that it can benefit me, and I took it. But right now, at the moment, I'm not really doing that much makeup. I still do clientele. I still book myself when I can. I still have a day-to-day job, but I actually enjoy my job. I enjoy everyone that I work with. I love doing my makeup and doing what I love, and that's my artistry, and that's something I think that will never go away. And people find their artistry in different ways, whether they like love to paint, they love to be artistic, but they want to do something else. Like, I just like to be a colorful mess on my face, whether it's natural or whether it looks like a rainbow threw up on me. I love it. It's something that just, it just makes me feel something. It's not describable, but it's just, when you know, you know. And that's the best I can answer that question. So next question is going to be from Not Feeling Like Kanye. And this question is, I don't want to say personal, but this question asks, do you love me? I do love you. I want to say I can never stop loving someone. That's a personal thing for me. Once I love someone, I can't really stop caring for that person or feel any harm to that person, whether they've done me wrong so bad or whether they've just completely broke me down. But I'll always love and care for that person no matter what. So yes, I still do love you. I do miss you. You have my number. Text me. My 7th question is going to be from, okay, I can't believe how much it is, but it's from Ellie. That's literally her fucking username. But it says, how do you get inspired for your makeup looks? So I get inspired in different ways. So it just depends whether I'm looking on Instagram and I see a look and I kind of want to make it my own way, like the colors that are on somebody, and I just want to make it differently, like with the cut crease or with the liner, or just mishing up the colors together to make like an ombre effect. Sadly, I don't post my looks every day when I do something. I should be doing that, and I don't, and I apologize. I will start as soon as I can to start taking pictures. It's just a little hard with my job, and also with the fact that I do tend to get pretty, I don't want to say lazy because I'm not a lazy person. I just tend to get very tired and exhausted from my work. But I think you have to strive when you want something. So that's what I have to do. But yeah, inspiration comes in many ways for anyone. Whether you dance, whether you cook, you do makeup, you're an artist by painting or writing. Every day we see something different that will inspire us in different ways, whether it's a negative way or a positive way. But I think you just have to look closely in life and see what it gives you, and you take that and you use it where you need it the most. I guess that's my little spiel for that. Whether it makes sense or not, it made sense in my head, so that's okay. But yeah. Okay, this question is, I have to answer it her way or she will be pissed at me. So don't take offense to this, anybody else. And it's only one person that will take offense to this. And this one is Sophia 314. Okay, yeah, 314, Sophia. So it says, who is your favorite sister and why? My favorite sister is Sophia. Why? Because my sister has grown and learned a lot over the years. And for some of you that don't know this, my sister had recently left California to Iowa to live there for her job. This is the first time that me and my sister have been apart. Me and my sister grew up together. We were never apart. We just had something that no one else can get, And like, even though I have a boyfriend and I love him to death, it's just a sister thing, and not having her here physically with me, I think just kills me, and I'm tearing up because she means so much to me. I love her because we have that connection that nobody else will ever take away from her. The same with her to me. I mean, to her, it's just something that nobody can replace. And I think that's what I miss the most, is just me and her being in the same airspace and just looking at each other and just getting each other, and that's why she's my favorite, because the bond that we have no one else can take. And I'm actually like, I'm truly like happy for that. Okay, no more crying. I can't cry no more. Okay, I'm back. I had to get rid of the tears that were about to fall because I didn't want that. Okay. My ninth person that asked me a question is Esqueda.Karina. And this one, I like this question. I actually like it a lot. So this question is going to be, which makeup artist would you like to collaborate with? In parentheses, it says, love you. And I love you too, even though I don't show it to her. I still love you. But the one YouTuber, not even, she is a makeup artist, but mainly influencer, I think. But Samantha Ravindal. I hope I'm saying your last name right. If I'm not, I'm so sorry. But I've been watching her since day one. I have not stopped. I watch her podcast. If you don't, it's called Approachable. Go watch it or listen to it on Spotify, or I want to say the podcast for Apple. But I love her. I love it. I love everything. Her makeup looks go from crazy to very elegantly natural, and that's what I love about her. She's a very beautiful soul from what I can tell in her videos, but if I could collab with her, it would just be a dream come true, and I would be in a world of happiness. And to do makeup with her or to learn from her is something that would be amazing. And she doesn't have to be a big makeup artist for someone to be inspired by her or to think she's amazing. I think she's amazing, and she's not a big name out there, but I don't know, there's something about her, man, that just like, that draws me in. And she's so beautiful too. She's like beautiful, like, not saying like that not everyone's beautiful, but she's beautiful. Like, she's beautiful. But yeah, that's gonna be the person that I would like to collab with. That's her name on YouTube, by the way. It's Samantha Ravindal. And again, I hope I'm pronouncing her last name right. If I'm not, I'm sorry. I'm going to the second page now. My 10th person is going to be Galactic Princess. And this one's another personal one, but it's not gonna make me cry. It says, why you're such a pain in the ass? My answer is because I can be. And it's my job. That's why, sweetheart. But you're a pain in mine too. And that's okay because I love you. Okay, my 11th question, which I love this one too. Basically, this question, I don't know. How do I answer this question? Okay, basically it's by Batmanny_423, and it says, what is your pet peeve? Do people count as a pet peeve? Because fuck. Yeah, if people could be a pet peeve, I would choose people. If they can't, people all the way. But that sounds very bad. So I'm not going to say people. I want to say majority of people's actions disturb me. I don't really have that many pet peeves. Like, I have little ones at work, but nothing major to the point where I'm going to be like, oh my god, like, that shit bothers me. Oh my god, that shit bothers me. Because I don't know, things bother me. Just when you're rude to somebody, or you're arrogant, or you think that Oh, okay, that's a pet peeve then. When you think that you know everything, but you clearly don't, and you don't want to accept feedback. I don't know if that's a pet peeve, but that's something that bothers me. I know somebody that thinks they know everything, they think they know the world, and when someone tries to help them out and give them feedback or let them know, like, hey, there's a different way to do something, or you could do it this way, they're like, oh, no, nah, bro, I got it. I'm like, dude, just take it. There's nothing wrong with taking some feedback from someone and learning from it and doing what you did better. You're always gonna have space in your mind to learn. It's not a bad thing to keep learning. That's life. Every day you learn something new. Whether it's something mentally, it's something book-wise, it's studies street-wise, artistry-wise, work-wise. You're gonna learn something new. Something new. And that's okay. Because every day we learn something new. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just hate arrogant people that think they're always right. And I'm putting sanitizer in my hand because I'm a little germ, so kind of right now. But there's nothing wrong with that. There's legitimately nothing wrong with that. Oh my god. My second pet peeve is people's driving. Oh my god. I propose that everyone has to take an IQ test as well. And I might fail this, and I don't mind if I am that category. I don't care. But they need to take an IQ test, and if they don't pass a certain, like, I don't know, smartness or whatever for the IQ test, they're not allowed to drive. I swear, I deal with like a handful of idiots a day when I'm out driving. I'm like, what the actual, like, seriously? I have someone going 5 miles an hour on a fucking 40. I'm honking at them. They flip me off. Why are you flipping me off? You're going 5 miles an hour in a 1 lane on a 40. I have people honking on me. If they hit me, you best see I'm stopping my car and I'm taking my fucking pipe out. I'm about to beat someone's ass. But I'm gonna come after you next because you didn't move your car. Because you couldn't step on the gas hard enough. It's like, there's no need for this. Just step on the gas a little bit more. And if you can't, then get out of the car and walk. There's a bus. The driver can step on the gas harder than you can at this point. Sorry. I had to be said. Irritating. Ugh. But I think that's all my pet peeves. A lot of things do annoy me that people do. I probably am gonna have like a full list. I can't really see all of those things. But yeah, that's pretty much like the top ones that I can think of right now. And for my last question, God, so I can sleep. Okay, but for my last question that I do have, it was from bakedcookies_09, and she had put, what do you use for your eyebrows? They are so perfect. Smiley face. But for my brows, and a lot of people are shocked what I use for my brows. It's not that shocking to me because I used to work for them, and I actually get to sell their products and feel them and try them out, and I actually took some home before, unfortunately, they closed their stores down. But it is e.l.f. I actually use the e.l.f. pomade, and this is in the shade medium brown. And the only reason I'm using the medium brown one is because my hair is getting lighter. I'm transitioning to blonde, into platinum blonde at the moment, so it's kind of like a little transition. But you just use a basic angle brush. This one is from MAC, and it's the 263 one. It's an old brush, but this is my angled brush that I use. And then I'm just gonna carve with like a flat brush. This is a no-name brush, so it's just a basic flat brush, nothing fancy. And then to make my eyebrows look thicker, and you can use any of these that you want. There's legitimatly no, okay, don't use waterproof. Don't use waterproof, I think. But I use mascara. It just looks a little bit more fuller when I put mascara on. Like, they already have mascara on them. Okay, I have to do the other one now because it's gonna bug me. But they just give it more like of a fullerness with the brows because of the hairs. It's not that I don't recommend it. I like to do it. It doesn't bother my eyebrows, but some people feel that when it hardens that they can feel it and it bothers them. You can actually get the Essence Make Brow gel mascara, and it also fills with fibers, so it doesn't make it look thicker because it does have the fibers that go on there that make them look bigger, like an illusion. But this is it, the brow one. I got it today at Ulta. It's only $3.99. That's chump change. $3.99. Go pick some pennies up outside. You'll get it by the end of the day. I promise you. If not, I'm sorry, you didn't look hard enough. But yeah, those are the ones that I use for my brows. That's actually the only pomade I use. The one that I've used other times is Anastasia one, but that one is always like overrated to me just because this is the same thing in a pomade. If it dries out, you can use your oils, or I do have this one thing. Let me get it for you real quick. I do have this one thing by Inglot. It's called a Duraline, and I got this from it's Rosa. That's her username on Instagram. She's a makeup artist as well. She's super cute. I don't know her in person, but she's adorable. But you can use this to make any eyeshadow, any pigment, or any anything that's powder into a liner, or into like a liquid base for a liner, or just anything for your makeup, like little artsy things for your face or whatever. But also to like make like dried out pomades, or any like liquid lipstick, like, and mascara, to bring them back to kind of like life, I guess. But you can use it for that too. That one was only $10. You can get it at, I want to say you can get it, they had it at the Saranita Mall if you live in my area, but they have it at some malls and Macy's. Duraline. You just need to look for it in the impulse section. If not, you can just go online. It's just $10. Not that bad. It's a really good price for it. That is everything for tonight / today. Thank you for the people that did ask me questions, because I do want you guys to get to know me better. But I think it's just different, and it's coming out of my comfort zone a little bit, because I don't usually post. I don't do a lot for YouTube, but it's something that I've always thought of, and my boyfriend has always pushed me, and not only him, but a lot of people that seen my makeup, and they're like, you should do a post, you should post, you should post. So not only him, but so thank you to all of you that have been pushing me and telling me about my creativity and about what I should do more for my passionate side, for my makeup and my artistry. And I thank you to the bottom of my heart. Goodbye, sweethearts.